I guess just at the almost 1 o'clock review here, I'll throw up again because I want this later in life. I'll be like, hey kid, check out my YouTube. This is where I was living my first weeks and stuff of training before that dovetails one way or the other downrange. Or, I might just skitter it across the pond. Cling, cling, cling. And I just got to figure that out. But at any rate, that being the goal. I feel like I'm in the right kind of pressure today, Salty. This is that in the mill. I got to make the decision. I got 5 stacks of saw cut in, and it's all programmed out, ready to go. Do I plan out that this is, I'm going to do the next 2 stacks? I'm going to try. I'm going to guess. I was like, well, I'm going to hit these 3 things here, whatever those 3 things in the Drax equation of a Faraday suit you're wearing to the Maxwell's black body problem you're shooting for in there, decoherence. But with that, let's get some pretty colors up here. With that, no, I missed this. I'm kind of locked in, and I could have, but you remember, you're at the floating point number for where you might be buried right at the moment, so I'm just letting them cook when I say I'm in the right pressure. Let's see, I'm in Jaeger 1. I want to be in Jaeger 0 here. So I think it's my best account so far today. I think I was plowing on it. That's really what I'm doing. And again, that's my own hubris. I have that technique and I lose it. A lot of time and paint in here already just by doing this to where it is. I've already cleaned up some of it by my order sheet. But in terms of, me cleaning that up so they're more precise, they connect more often, I'm not changing or modifying quotes in any specific way, that I can be down 10 points on flower foods and still be up. And that way I'm always in a positive gaining situation about why I never go over 2,500 on this regardless of the price or the share. That number changes, but it zeroes it out. And that's a pretty straightforward, nice, clean, mathematical way to do that, at least later on for somebody to track your results. And much like that in the stone mill, the dollar bill that I got that does the 45 or 45 or the $100 bill with the stones on it and stacking a pallet. Well, in a way, that's what I'm doing in here. Now, this type of morning is a bad morning. She was wadded up, the saws didn't finish cutting, or maybe not this one. General Mills yesterday, sure. She come in and just slowly snapped, and then maybe even because of all that stress and shit, you lost a guy, they went home early or something, and it just kept getting worse. But that is a real day. That happens, and that kind of comes up on the service maintenance of the mill when you go, well, what caused this at the end of the day? You'll be looking at it over here like, man, in my end of the day review, looking at it today, I gotta do something about how I'm switching off inside here. So again, that's a lot of this here. And for me, this is right here where I start to lose it. And I'm really making bad decisions. Here I did great. I actually, that was why I was 30 points up on, or the other, why I have any kind of cushion whatsoever in my other ones. And while that's doing that, given those weights and plates, even if I positioned here or something like this, trying to do this, certainly wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to do this. That, that could have caught. Now, maybe that's earnings. She is high. She's Flower Foods, been ripping for a long time. And, day for day, that might be something you can play. That might not be, especially when we're thinking, I don't care. Great. Keep cooking. A lot of these stocks are doing this. And why try to position in, or why try to guesstimate that, right then it's going to be back down to here. Holy crap. That's an increase that, I'd have to know things. So why not 1 or 2%? And for me, the way these come out for points, $100 for me in that weights and plates may put me up 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 points. But that's a stressful road. You're going to come up and be like, yeah, do I get out now, or is she going to take off? Or is she going to come back down? Or am I going to lose what is 15 or 5 minutes? Or 10 minutes worth of time. Well, what's 10 minutes? Well, given that this is up and down in one of these other stocks, and the thing that I'm running might be a better transition. Now, again, maybe that is something I'd have to do if I didn't have a cushion in there in the morning. That 9 o'clock or 9:30 till 9 or 10 o'clock, 15-minute break for the guys and everybody. It built off of that baseball field, football field. People, there's no mathematics that derive it really to the length and size of a football field and how far somebody can run and fast, or how far they can throw the ball. So that's kind of what you're looking at here, is a system kind of built on the faith. Joe Rogan talks about it with the pyramids. Oh, some old gray got in there and did that. And in a way, fine. Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the core of the earth. It's not actually shells nor solid, given the melting point of metals and gravity, math. But there's also this globular state of the core if you do the geology testing, but you're taking it to nukes. You're liqueficating everything, given the ground general numbers. I'm sure there's a geode down there in weak gravity that you didn't apply for. And at the wall, it would come back with a test after you detonated that nuke, and there's a resonant frequency, QMP, on the other side of the planet, or properly to lines of sensors all the way to the other side of the planet, that math, the universe, the origin and blue shifting, again, you're still looking at all states of matter. The distance of the Big Bang 13 million years ago is still what matter is now. But you're looking 13 billion years into the past. So they'll say, and you could think about the math, third generation stars were these massive things. Rockefeller, Macy's, some other names inside of there like that, which are almost dark energy stars. Dark matter stars. I believe that's what's in the core. I think that plays more to protium than andurium. When you think about it on the spectrum of us and matter in the middle, to say I hat and J hat are those two things, and in this dovetail you get this heat, light, and sound, which creates hydrogen. And over the decay state of 13 billion years lens through the system, which is just by math, core of the planet. Is it globular, smooth, liquid, or solid? Are you thinking about why that lens through time in that way, the arc from 0 on the right, from a number to the left that says Big Bang CMB, is this backwards thing, right? And if you think about why you didn't understand physics like that, that would be the big reason. So now it changes your reality on the polarization of actually core testing of science, to say, well, does the CEO control this? Is this stocks? What makes it real, Valentine Rabbit? And so you go about that. That failure is going to bring more hidden variable to your system. That failure is going to say, well, now I need a better science, and when I change that science, so I start testing it, maybe I make better predictions. Maybe I'm tighter on that system. Now, it's not a perfect science, but because of numbers, because of the way math works, because of this having to exist, that you can say in that area, past time of a distance, a year, a month, or a month, 3 month, a year, 5 years, or forever, the total 0-1 from its inception, that star, from the Big Bang to Hasbro, Ladybug Gravity, Jupiter, that you have those indexes. Now, I'm probably way out on a tangent about what it is, but because you need a pure math, people are very consistent with astrophysics, but they're not real comfortable. Even Warren Buffett, and that's that type of thing of the old guy would question your system. There's clearly math about this. There is equations that work that out, given computer algorithms for what this is. Because that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm taking the Feynman thing, and I'm taking what 3B, 1B, and minute physics did on some video, and I'm going, oh, so that's like debugging Doomslayer 2 for the first time. I'm going to learn a lot of shit in the SCP here, and then I got to take that code bullet and make my own little, not the app game, but my own computer AI that runs that task. And so that's what it is. It's a 3355 anti-meme math problem over there, which makes it a benevolent SCP. If you like 3355 SCP, I'm going to take it from here. I'm going to give it to this kid over here, or something. One, because it's an entropy. It's smart. I want to get that in there, 2/3 of it at least. I'd love to catch, if I was down double operating, I could see it, but those are the diagrams. Oh man, my own bullshit gets me in trouble. I was trying to be diverse with ARC, and she just kicked me in the duodenum today. You know, I was like, I got too many of them. I don't want to keep it on the same one. I'll switch them around in case that way I don't have two portfolios go down because of the same thing when I was playing it. Click it in here. She's, not happy. She's down yesterday. I was telling myself all the words. And deep down, I knew. Anyways, we'll get better here. Catch you on the next one.